Hello, everybody. Welcome to Scotty Side. Thank you for joining me today. Really appreciate it. Today, I'm going to talk about a recent trip I went on to the land of the rising sun. I believe that's their slogan or something like that. Japan. Got back roughly a week and a half ago, something like that. And to be straight up, it is a better country than the U.S. in many ways. It's also kind of down to smaller details and kind of larger overarching ones. And one of the overarching ones is just the culture itself. It's a culture of respect and honor and things like that. Mostly respect for others. That is just very much missing from America nowadays. And from what I've seen in the past of America, that's how it used to be. And something changed there. Probably feminism. Because there's such an animosity between people here, and I don't give a fuck about anyone else here that is just not present in Japan. Really seem to think about others and how an individual, their action is going to affect the people around them. See, when someone over there does something, they go, how is this going to make my friends, my family, community, my coworkers, how is it going to make them look? How is it going to affect them? Over here, it's way more like, I don't care about anyone but me. How it affects me in my life and what I care about. Very individualistic. Which really seems to be a detriment. And another thing, like if you're a guy over there, very, very, like, very nice. I'll say, and not so much that like women are subjugated or anything like that, because they're not. This whole like there's this glass ceiling over there for women is just bullshit. Especially now, look at who's the prime minister, a fucking woman, a very conservative one at that. So that's all crap. The thing is, women over there are feminine. They don't have this hatred, animosity baked into them from birth like they do in the West. They see men as men and necessary and vital and important. But just like men see women the same way. There's almost no hint of feminism over there. I'm not saying there's none, but it's very, very slight, if at all. And if you speak to some of the older women over there, it's nothing. There's nothing there. So feminism has not taken a strong foothold over there, and it's trying, but it hasn't. Women are still feminine. There's not any masculinity in them at all. They dress well. They don't dress like fucking whores. They don't dress like skanks. They dressed modestly. They think about these things. Again, it goes back to they think about who it affects around them, which kind of ties in with their transportation over there, which is way better than anything over here. Their public transportation, oh my God. They have trains and subways that go fucking anywhere over there. It's awesome. If I was to move over there, I might not even take my car. I might keep it, but you don't really need it. And they also have taxis too, which are not that expensive over there, surprisingly. But anyway, what I was getting back to, you know, the trains and just the basic public trains over there have like cloth padded seats, and they're clean. There's not a piece of garbage anywhere on these trains, on any of the public transportation. And they can be like that because nobody fucks with them. Nobody destroys shit over there. There's not puke and piss and shit on the seats. Because people have respect for their surroundings, for their environment, for other people. Which again is sorely lacking in the West. And you know, in some parts, but mostly it's a very homogenized country. You know, you see foreigners obviously, but they're in the touristy areas and stuff like that. And I went to Tokyo, Kyoto, and Okinawa. And in Kyoto, that's where there were the most foreigners. And I mean, there was a lot. But I also went to the kind of higher traffic areas where a lot of foreigners visit, like the shrines, the temples, you know, the sightseeing and stuff like that. But even then, in Kyoto, it was so clean, and people are quiet. You know, they're respectful, again, of people around them. The streets are clean. There's no bums anywhere. There's literally no bums. I was in these 3 big cities, very big. Tokyo's huge. I think it's like the biggest city in the world, or like one of the first or second, something like that. There was literally not a single bum anywhere. And I remember getting home, and out here in Portland we have a light rail. It's called the Max, which is, it's like a train. And I got home, and I arrived at PDX, and then I got on the Max heading home. And like 2 stops in, some fucking bum with like a wagon thing, like, you know, a radio flyer type of wagon, gets on the fucking Max with his wagon full of just junk, just crap. And he smells like shit. That's another thing. People don't smell over there. And he's got his wheelbarrow, not a wheelbarrow, but his wagon. It's almost as long as it is from side to side of the car. He's got it like parked right up against the door, so if someone tried to get in or out, it's blocking their way. And it's, God, I was like, I just want to turn right back around and go back to Japan. Fuck this place. That's unheard of over in Japan. Having a bum with like a wagon get on the train. First of all, they wouldn't allow that. That's for sure. They would kick him off so fucking fast. Because that's not allowed. And I mean, second of all, it's really difficult to get any of that kind of stuff. They have barricades and barriers and stuff like that that you wouldn't be able to get a wagon type thing onto the train. But you know, going back to the country being homogenous, I think that's what's a bit of like why it's so nice over there. You have a homogenous culture over there. It's not this melting pot bullshit. You know, they don't have a bunch of third world, you know, illegals. They have their illegals, but it's way less. There's certain groups, certain colors of people that are not prevalent over there, not causing certain problems. And there's another group that is almost non-existent over there, and that group starts with a J, and we all know who we're talking about. And I think that's one of the main reasons why. Homogenous society. The J's aren't over there. So they have a whole total different outlook than the J's do. And it works. There's none of this, like this woke shit is just not over there. And it makes for a better time. So if I was to be passport bro, if you wanted to do that, I highly recommend Japan. I think that is the place, man. The women are feminine, if that's what you're looking for. If you're not looking for women and you just want to get out of the West, Japan is the way to go. And the dollar goes very far over there, at least right now. It was very cheap. And the food is amazing. Oh my God. It's all sourced from Japan. You go over there, a lot of their products. I saw some stuff from Vietnam. If you saw anything from China, it was, you know, a little trinket crap. But everything else, the food, higher end products, were all built and made in Japan. Japan watches out for Japan. And I think that's great. And it shows because it's a better country than America. But that's my opinion. If you're able to leave the West, get the fuck out, I say Japan, man, for sure. Yep. Nihonjin no tame no Nihon. Look that up. All right. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, please. Like, share, subscribe, all that good shit. See you in the next one. Take care of yourselves, guys. Take care of each other. I love you all. See you later. Bye-bye.